First time we met, we were only first graders. Lunchtime, you bet, we boys were like brothers. It wouldn't be long, something was wrong. Jeff fell in December, Miss D made him a crown. With scotch tape and paper, we acted like clowns. It didn't take long that he was gone.
Welcome to TuneHub, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, which means it's time for our featured artist show. And today we got a real treat for you, Mr. Mitch Jean. I had to say that a little slowly or I would have stuttered on that one.
How you doing?
Good, good. Welcome back to TuneHub, Mitch.
It's great
Pleasure
to be here.
always have you here.
Absolutely, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
Always
so
like it.
the featured artist show runs a little bit differently than last time you were here. You were here just for the live show. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into who you are as a musical artist.
Oh my God.
Right on.
Who am I?
Right. So, very first question. Oh, by the way, guys, you can't see me today. Our sound guy is out, so I am sitting behind the soundboard, but you all know who I am. So, my first question for you today, Mitch, what is your general motivation for doing what you do, for songwriting, for playing, everything?
Oh my God. So, general motivation. Wow. Emotions. Your emotions. For me, it's trying to basically go back sometimes and find stories. Everybody's got a lot of stories, right? And it could be the simplest things, because songs are sometimes they're not as complicated as we all think. And it's just that one little special memory in your life that you can use and kind of build from there, build around that. So motivation, sitting in, we have one of those little gazebo outside. So definitely I'm way more motivated when I'm outside, when it's nice, summertime especially.
So, nature.
Yeah, nature, at the camp, when it's quiet. It's got to be quiet. I got to be alone, basically, unless you're unless you're writing with someone else, but...
And do you find that it's easier for you to write a song when you're with somebody else or by yourself, or does it just kind of show up in your head and you write it down?
It's a different approach. It's a different approach, really. I honestly, I'm not used to writing with anybody else. With Jaden, I write with Jaden often. I guess we think alike, so that makes it easier.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I did some writing with my brother-in-law in the past with the band Kickback Tracy.
And I'm gonna throw another question in here that you didn't know was coming, but is there anything that you found in particular, any particular topic or subject like family or love or whatever that you ended up, really like writing about that you find is easy to write?
Oh my God, for me, it's all hard to write. It's always a challenge because I'm not what do you call them guys that write or women that write like 2 songs a day. They just pump out songs. Some people are like that. I'm not. I wish I would, but I guess it comes from practice. But I write, I take a song, sometimes I rewrite the song 3-4 times, and then especially now that I have the record label, we go through the songs and we rewrite the whole thing, and we just kind of, I'm being trained, I'm being mentored. So I guess to answer your question, basically, what was your question? Sorry. I went off topic, I think.
Any particular topic or subject you found that you really enjoy writing about?
I like writing about, like I said earlier, my emotions. So the songs that I like writing about the past stuff, that the feelings that I kept inside for a long time, and it helps me deal with things. So like the Feel the Rain song that I wrote, this one was a really big one for me, emotionally, because it was about my father, and I've always had bottled up emotions from my father, and then the Papercorn King the last one I released, was for a childhood friend that we lost as a kid. It's it was a long time ago, but it's something that you hold on to, and I think that those subjects really are my favorite subjects to kind of write for. Yeah. So I think, you want me to play one?
Absolutely. I was just going to say, why don't we get into some music now?
I'll play Feel the Rain for you guys.
Perfect.
I wish I would have known you, my father, before my time. Where were your wisdom stories? I could have used them and made them mine. I don't know you leave so early. Would have called to say it's me. Oh, I wish you could have stayed here. Now you're gone, and I hope you can feel me. It's rolling on this way. I need to say, now the day goes by, I don't think of you. How you listen to from up above. The words I sing help me ease the pain. I like to feel the rain, so I don't feel love. I like to feel the rain, so I don't feel your love. Nowadays I miss to see you. My mirror reflects your smile. I have so much to say to you. I like to think you'd stay a while. And so I learned that it ain't so easy. Now I know your love is deep in my heart now. Oh, I thank you for being there for me. Just want to say you'll always be with me somehow. Now it's rolling on this way. I need to say now the day goes by. I don't think of you. Now you listen to from up above. The words I sing help me ease the pain. I like to feel the rain, so I can feel love. I like to feel the rain, so I can feel your love. I like to feel the rain. All I need is to hear you say, just say that you're behind me and that you're satisfied. Oh, Father, help me find my way. Some days I just can't see when it's gray outside. Yeah. Oh, when it's gray outside. You listen to from up above. The words I sing help me ease the pain. I like to feel the rain. Now the day goes by, I don't think of you. Now you listen to from up above. The words I sing help me ease the pain. I like to feel the rain, so I can feel your love. I like to feel the rain, so I can feel. I like to feel the rain. Oh. Yeah, yeah. I Thank you, thank you. Feel the rain. Yeah. All right. Here's so that was a song for my dad, and basically, it's a song about it's a message for parents to talk to your children. It's really important, and not that my dad was a bad man; he was a great man. It's just that he had very few words, and there was a constant battle of trying to think what he's thinking, and you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I know he was proud. I know he loved us. So, but it's just a message to talk to your kids. Be open with your kids. Now, this next song is a song I wrote. It's the last one I released. It's called Paper Crown King, and it's a song for a little friend of ours that lost his battle against leukemia. I got Kenny right here crawling on the floor, trying to not show his face in the camera. Right on. He did it. All right. So, yeah. So, way back when, that was in 1983. I was in first grade, and he became my best friend, and that's what I say in the song. He became my best friend, but it didn't last long. He died in grade second. But when you're a kid, from grade 1 to second grade, it's a lifetime. I mean, so we all have great memories from him. He always had a smile. He was a really strong and old soul, and even though he was going through this nightmare of a disease, battling. So this song is for all the children that suffer from these diseases, and it's called Paper Crown King. First time we met, we were only first graders. Lunchtime, you bet, we boys were like brothers. It wouldn't be long, but something was wrong. His hair fell in December, and his D made him a crown. With scotch tape and paper, we acted like clowns. No, it didn't take long, but he was gone. I remember your time, I remember the moment when you bravely became the strongest, and I remember you forever. You're the paper crown king. All you wanted was to be a big, strong fireman that drive that red truck and save people like Superman. He became a hero, 7 years old. Those beautiful memories you left behind are few, but that's like the sea. Your time cut, your life can be so unkind. The smiles you had set you free. Oh, I remember the time, I remember the moment when you bravely became the strongest, and I remember you forever. You're the paper crown king, the paper crown king. was Valentine's Day. There was an empty desk in class. The teacher made us pray. She said he won't be coming back. No, it didn't take long that he was gone. I remember the time, I remember the moment when two bravely became the strongest, and I remember you forever, 'cause you're the paper crown king, the paper crown king. Baby crown king.
We are live on TuneHub. It's Thursday, featured artist day, and we have Mitch Jean in the studio with us. And none of this production could have been possible without the Schumacher Arts, Culture, and Heritage Association. If you guys get a minute, obviously you have a smartphone or computer in front of you, check out spiritofschumacher.ca. They got a pretty cool website over there. Now, Mitch, that was Paper Crown King, obviously, and you got a ton of comments and likes during that particular song.
Thank you, everyone.
And
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You kind of answered my next question during the song, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What inspires you to write a song like that?
Like I said earlier, basically this is what I enjoy writing. I enjoy writing about memories and past memories and bottled up emotions and stuff like that. It's one of the main reasons why I write songs. It's to kind of help me communicate. I've always had trouble communicating verbally. As a kid, as an adult, it's always something that I battled with. I still do. It's something that I'm getting better at it, I guess. But singing songs is the easiest way for me to kind of express myself and say it like it is. How do you say it? Say it like it is, basically.
Right.
So that's what motivates me the most.
So it could literally be anything, though.
Yeah.
You could be walking down the street, see a situation unfolding, and suddenly you're going to write a song out of that.
Absolutely. It can be a simple, it can be really simple. You can take a bottle of water and write a song about it, but you think of it as a woman, let's say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what it is, man.
All right. Well, you want to give us a couple more?
Yeah, man.
All right.
So
back to Mitch Jean.
Yeah. So I got a little story for the next one here. It's a song by Brad Paisley called "Today," and one of the main reasons when I started playing music, I've always been a guitar player in bands, and but I've always had this what's the word? See, I'm having trouble communicating. What's the word? It's this urge or this envy or to be a singer. So
Craving, maybe?
Craving, yeah. So I was a guitar player, but I believe that you had to be born with the ability to sing. That's, a lot of people think that. And but I always kind of admired singers. I remember when Michael Jackson came out, I went completely nuts when he came out with this red zipper jacket on Thriller and Beat It. I was like blown away.
I was a huge fan.
I was,
yeah.
Yeah.
First concert I ever saw in my life on TV was his. I think it was the one after Bad, whatever that tour was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was, can't remember what that was, but I wasn't into Michael Jackson at the time. Me, it was more the Thriller era. I'm a little older than you, I think.
Probably.
So, but yeah, so I just love the way he sang and the way he danced and the way, and I still love the guitar. I love rock and roll. I love guitar playing. That's all. That's what I did. But I was always a closet singer, so I'd sing, you know, in my car. I'd sing in the shower. I'd sing while when I was alone. I never thought I could, but then I started to kind of produce songs alone when I was younger, and then I started to, you know, kind of sing on that. But it's when my daughter got married in 2016, she asked me to play a song at her wedding song.
What's her name?
Kiana.
Okay.
She's my stepdaughter. And to play a song for her and her husband. So I couldn't say no. So I'm like, okay.
Awkward.
Of course I will do. Of course I will do, honey. But then I was thinking to myself, oh God, what did I do now? Now I got to sing in front of people now. So that was like 3 months of, you know, intense training and practicing and building up the courage to do it. And then I did it, and I totally fell in love with it. And that's when I started singing and starting writing again and all that kind of stuff. So this is the song that broke the ice. Well, I'm sitting in the traffic some afternoon, bored to death in some waiting room. I'm gonna close my eyes and picture you today. Yeah. You keep brushing that hair back out of your eyes. It just keeps falling, so do I. Well, I'm feeling like the luckiest man alive today. Yeah. I don't know about tomorrow. Right now the whole world feels right, and the memory of a day like today get you through the rest of your life. Well, I know it won't always be like this. Life can change as quick as a kiss. It ain't over yet, and I already miss today. Yeah. But I don't know about tomorrow. Right now the whole world feels right, and the memory of a day just like today get you through the rest of your life. And when the seasons change and time goes by and your hair is gray, so is mine. Well, I know for sure and that you're gonna be just as beautiful as you are to me today. Yeah, I got today. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I got today. comes tomorrow, because a memory of a day just like the day, and get you through the rest of your life. We got today. Yeah, so this is the song that started my passion for singing. Because of my daughter. Thank you, daughter. Oh, not only that, but not long before that, my son Jaden, you guys know Jaden? At the time, he was 15. And he started his first band. It was called Rock Tread. He had his buddies, and they were playing. And they were scheduled to play the Summerfest in Cochrane for their second time. So he was pumped, and they were playing. And then their singer backed out. So, what do I do? What do I do? I said, well, bud, there's only one thing you can do. You got to sing. He's like, oh, no. And he did it.
Show must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on. So he sang. He was 15 years old, got up there with his guitar, and he sang the whole set. And it was one of my proudest moments. And I said, man, if you can do it, I can do it too. So thanks, buddy, for inspiring me to sing as well. Cool. So next song is another song it's a song I wrote for my mama. So again, it's about memories. When I was a kid, I remember when you guys must remember, you play outside, it's wet, you're all wet, it's summertime. You go back home, you get inside, and you have a warm supper, you get in your PJs, watch some cartoons and stuff like that. That's what I used to do anyways. And sometimes you're sick in bed in the wintertime, you got some fever, your mom's there, she's taking care of you. So it's a song about the food that she made. So I remember walking in the house when I was cold, and she'd make soup or something warm, and just I don't know if it was the food itself, but just the fact that she made it. But mommy's food is always the best food, right? Right. So that's what the song is, and it's called Mama's Chicken Soup. It's a Saturday morning, the summer wakes me up inside. School break, got no time to waste, gonna find my friends and ride my bike outside. I wouldn't ramp to jump the creek, 'cause one day I'll reach that sky. I'm full of mud, stinky little feet, mommy look at me, I need a towel to dry. Don't matter how you feel, she puts a love in her heart, make it real. Looks the same as anybody else's, but it's special to me, and it makes me feel better. My mama's chicken soup, oh, full of love like no other. No, there's nothing she won't do. Oh, think you love forever. She always knows what to do. Every time you feel blue, oh, the warm memory of my mama's chicken soup, yeah. On a winter school day, with a mean cold fever and monsters in my tummy, she won't stay with me today, and my friend the garbage can beside me. Oh, so warm and kind, loves her children in a desperate way. He looks at me with eyes that shine. Mommy knows what I need, it's gonna be okay. It don't matter how you feel, she puts her love in her heart, makes it real. Looks the same as anybody else's, but it's special to me, and it makes me feel better. My mama's chicken soup, oh, full of love like no other. No, there's there's nothing she won't do. Oh, with a sprinkle of forever. She always knows what to do. Every time you feel blue. Oh, the whole memory of my mama's chicken soup. Yeah. Don't matter what you feel, she puts her love in her heart and to make it real. It don't matter what she brings, cause mommy makes the best in everything. Mama's chicken soup, oh, full of love like no other. No, there's nothing she won't do, oh, with a sprinkle of forever. She always knows what to do. Every time you feel blue, oh, the low memory of my mama's chicken soup. Oh, the warm memory of my mama's chicken soup. Oh, the warm memory of my mama's chicken soup. Oh, the warm memory of my mama's chicken soup.
Live on TuneHub Thursdays for the featured artist, and today is Mitch Jean. And I gotta tell you, Mitch, I was just talking with Julie about what we were gonna eat after, and we had settled on pizza, but now you just got me thinking about chicken soup.
You're gonna have chicken soup.
And those are not two things that normally go together, so I think I'm gonna have to pick one or the other. I also should not have prepped you for the questions because you seem to keep answering them before I can ask them to you. But that's okay. I'm gonna ask anyway.
Go for it, man.
I'm just not gonna ask the second part of this song or
Okay.
of this question because
Okay.
that's the part you already answered. But
Okay.
when,
Maybe I thought you were going to ask me the question before I sing the songs.
right? You were just so excited to answer it. When did you start writing or playing music in general? Guitar,
music.
singing, anything?
Yeah. So playing music. I gotta say I gotta start right from the beginning. Okay. So the first memories that I had, my first music memories were my dad playing the mandolin, sitting on his bed with his cigarette in his mouth and tapping his foot. And that was my first memories because I could hear the music, and then I would run into his room and then sit beside him and listen to him. And I must have been, I don't know, I vaguely remember that. I remember the sound very well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we hear a
Yeah.
lot like the story of hearing it from your parents first is all
Right.
too common, but
Right.
but playing the mandolin,
Yeah.
that's extremely rare.
I
So I
know.
mean, yeah, that's the great memory
And
to have.
then when he was done, he would put it at the top of his. Looks like you're asking me the question, Kenny.
We're all in a row
yeah,
here
yeah.
right now.
He was putting the mandolin at the top. So I remember that for a short period of time in my very young life. Like I'm talking about probably 6 years old or something like that. And then he had an accident with his finger. He crushed his finger in a dump truck, and there was a pin in there and whatever. He couldn't play anymore, so he kind of let it go. So then it was. I can't remember him playing after that. And then we'll go back to Michael Jackson. Then I saw Michael Jackson, and then everything changed. And then my buddy got a guitar.
You're just answering my next question for later, man.
Okay, was I? Well, you said when I was playing music.
Well, yeah, no, I was just asking when you started, that the influence
So
is
there
come
you
later.
go. Okay, no, so forget the influence, but when I started was when my buddy got a guitar, and then it was the coolest thing I ever saw up front, an electric Stratocaster. It was blue. I remember he bought it here at Music Box, and so right away I went to my dad and I asked him for a guitar. So because he was a musician, he was a good big supporter. He brought me to Spatchek's in Kapuskasing, bought me my first guitar. So that's when I started. I was 12 years old. That's when I really started to take the lessons and practice hours and hours. And I did that till I was like 23 years old. So played in bands and school bands and at bars and touring the north. And I went to college for music and stuff like that. And then at 23, when I started my family, that's when I kind of put it on the side, kind of thing. So that's when I started playing music. Is 12 years old, and that was my passion. I found what I was looking for.
12 years old, young start, but a great time to start,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that was around the same time for me, I think, but I can't fully place it. What age are you when you're in like grade 7? No idea. I was grade 7 old. That's how old I was.
Actually, yeah. So it was in grade 7 because it was my guitar was my what do you call that? You go to what happens on the in church when you're in 7th grade. I can't remember the name of it. It's not the communion, the first communion. It's something that happens when you're in 7th grade.
Confirmation?
Confirmation.
That's the one.
So that was my confirmation gift in 7th grade. That was my guitar. That was in 1988.
Wow, I got a plaque. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I would have much rather had the gift that you got, man. Are you kidding me? Mind you, my first musical taste was to play the drums. So, I mean, I don't think I would have gotten a drum kit for my confirmation.
Right. Well, I'm not sure if it was a gift, but it happened at the same time, and I would have got the gift anyway because my dad wanted me to play guitar. You know what I mean? Like it was. I just had to ask.
Right. Okay. So my next question would have been, who are and who have been your influences? We know that obviously Michael Jackson, your father, your family. Is there anyone else? Is there anything else that has like really stood out?
Well, I've been a rock fan for a long time. Kiss, Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, all that kind of stuff. I grew up on that. This is what I practiced at the beginning, Metallica and all that stuff.
Which is cool because to say Metallica has always said, if you're going to play the music that they're playing, the first thing you should be listening to is classical music. Right. And it's kind of the foundation of all the music.
Right, and I always loved this type of mode with the minorish classical mode, and like that's why my favorite guitar player was Randy Rhoads from Ozzy Osbourne because that's what he did. He mixed this classical style with heavy metal, right? But I was always a rock fan, but I listened to everything.
That's him trying to see me through Kenny, our photographer.
Backstage stuff going on here, or behind the scenes stuff going on. So metal stuff. I always enjoyed. My dad and my parents were big country fans, so I grew up listening to country. I didn't really enjoy it at first until recently. There's some bands I really enjoyed, but my main influences would have been the metal scene and rock scene, the 80s stuff, and that's what. And then when the 90s came, I wasn't really a grunge guy. I didn't really enjoy that, so I kind of stuck to that 80s. Yeah. But then I started to enjoy the new stuff, and lately, one of my biggest influences to write songs, to sing, is Eric Church. Eric Church, I just love the way he writes. I just love his, he's don't care kind of attitude. And he's also a metal guy, because he grew up on metal as well. So you can hear a little bit of the metal in his country, especially when he plays live, because his musicians are all metal players. So I dig that he combined both together. So speaking of Eric Church, I'll sing an Eric Church song.
That's a great segue.
What's that?
I said that was a great segue. We were just waiting for you to do it.
Getting pretty smooth at this.
Yeah, it was great. Mitch Jean, once again, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. A little song by Eric Church called Sinners Like Me. was 15, my daddy's old man got me halfway through my first beer. He laughed so hard and his face turned green. He said, you come from a long line of sinners like me. Me and my brother go to see him sometimes, but he don't have much to say anymore. So we sit on his headstone with a fifth of Jack D. And here's to a long line of sinners like me. La-dee-da-dee-da, la-dee-da-dee-da. Here's to a long line of sinners like me. My mama had a soft spot for hill-raising boy, so she had two boys just like him. It takes an angel to raise a family that comes from a long line of sinners like me. La-dee-da-dee-da, la-dee-da-dee-dee. Here's to a long line of sinners like me. Well, now maybe, who knows, one day I'll settle down, give my dad a grandson of his own. When the doctor's max him, he'll probably take a swing, 'cause he'll come from a long line of sinners like me. On the day I die, I know where I'm gonna go. 'Cause me and Jesus got that part worked out. I'll be at the gates till his face I see, and stand in a long line of sinners like me. I'll be in a long line of sinners like me. La-dee-da-dee-da, la-dee-da-da-dee-dee. Here's to a long line of sinners like me. La-dee-da-dee-dee, la-dee-da-da-dee-dee. Here's to a long line of sinners like me. I come from a long line of sinners like me. I come from a long line of sinners like me. Yes, thank you. All right. I wish I could see the people that are watching or see their comments and stuff.
We're smiling. Clapping. We're cheering.
But I got Kenny in my face taking pictures, so I can't see anything. But that's okay. Thank you for having me, guys, by the way.
Hey, not a problem, man.
Yeah.
We are very happy to have you here.
Really enjoying this.
I'm going to save my last question for after your next song.
Sounds good. So, next song is another song that, not really an influence, but I recently discovered, not discovered, I knew his name is Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen, a Canadian poet, basically. So, Canadian poet, singer, songwriter. He made such an impact in the music industry. I knew who he was, but I didn't really know who he was. And I recently, read up on him and stuff like that when a friend of mine asked me to perform a song for a deceased friend, which was the song Hallelujah. So I really love that song. I really like Leonard Cohen now. So just wanted to sing this song for you guys. And a lot of people are asking me to sing this song. So it goes out to them. I'll see if I remember the words by heart. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and a major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 yeah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throat and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 yeah. Well, baby, I've been here before. I saw this place and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I saw your flag on the marbled arch, but love is not a victory much. It's a cold and it's a croaking hallelujah, 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 yeah. Well, maybe there's a God above, and all I ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 yeah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, I know you had one more planned.
Yeah,
We are going to
yeah.
get to that, but if you have it available, you did get a request from somebody. They were wondering, as they phrased it, if you still have Let It Be up your sleeve by the Beatles.
Oh my God, Let It Be. I don't know it by heart at all. I can't remember that song. I've played that in a long time. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's Boats and Sows you got to apologize to, whoever that is.
Who?
Boats and Sows, that's the name.
Boats and Sows.
Yeah.
Terribly sorry. If you follow my page, though, I will get that song in the next live, or I can get it in a later live.
Well, they
You can see
definitely
it.
follow your YouTube because they put the link
Oh,
to your YouTube page in the
Perfect.
comments. So.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Yes.
All right. So, I mean, Mitch, you know just as well as I do, you were, influenced into finally starting to play music when you were 12 years old, or around that age at least. And, I mean, it's a long and kind of hard road, an arduous road to go through if you
Mhm.
choose to do this with your life, regardless of the
Mhm.
other things that, go on in your life. If you have another career,
Yes.
if you build a family, whatever it is, there's so many roadblocks, there's so much red tape,
Oh my God.
there's so little money,
Oh my God.
right? Unless you
Yes.
actually do hit it big.
Yeah,
So, I mean, knowing what we know, is there anything that you want to say to, the younger generation, maybe the 11 and 12-year-olds right now that are looking and kind of seeing that they might be inspired to pick up an instrument or start singing?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, there's two musicians. There's the musician that does it because they love it, and like we all love it. But I mean, that's why we do it. But I mean, if you're doing just as a hobby, go for it. Don't ever stop. But if you want to do it professionally, go for it. It's a hard road, like Pete said, but practice is the key. And what practice does is it just and like he said, it's a long road. You're not going to get good in a week. You're not going to get it good in 6 months. Some do. Some prodigies, like I wish I would have been like that. But the majority of the people, it takes years and years to and you never get to the point where you want to be, and that's what it is. You always want to improve, right? But it's the journey, and that's what the important part is. It's not, it's a journey, and you have to be passionate about it. But to do it professionally, there's all kinds of ways to be a musician full time, and I did it. I teach it, so that's my main bread and butter. I teach it, and then it allows me to play music all day, regardless of, I'm doing this. I love doing this right now, playing for you guys and talking with you guys, and the writing, the collaborating, the teaching, the gear, the producing. There's all sorts of things that you can get into. It's really hard because there's no money, especially into so you can't sell a CD anymore. There's no money to that. Streaming it doesn't bring money. But if you're starting out, keep going. Don't give up. And and if you can't learn the song 100 times, play it 1,000 times. That's how you get it. So I still practice songs that it takes me forever to learn. Some are quicker, some are harder. But just put it in your head, you're gonna get it. Same as singing. And that's what I learned. You don't have to be born with singing. You can. It's the same as any other instrument. You just practice it, and and there's enough videos now on YouTube. Like, we didn't have that as a kid.
I was just gonna
remember.
Say, I'm jealous of the amount of resources that kids have these days for this. We had literally music class at school. That was it. Yeah.
And the monthly magazine at the corner store. So we had the monthly magazine at the corner store that we waited for, and then we bought it, and okay, there's a cool song in there, and then we learned whatever was in the magazine. That's how we learned, and from friends. A lot of, we shared knowledge and stuff like that. But nowadays, come on, man, there's no excuse to not play an instrument if you want to play an instrument, because it's unbelievable the amount of resources, like Pete said. And it's never too late. Age doesn't matter. It's so basically, keep doing it, and it's baby steps. Baby steps, that's what it is. You're not going to get good in the next day, but if you keep doing it,
Well, I mean, I totally understand that. Sometimes you do get it right away, sometimes you don't. When I started playing drums, it was just kind of one of those, I already had a rhythm in me.
Right.
I picked up the guitar thousands of times probably over the years, and just like 2 months ago, it finally started sticking.
There you go.
I can finally play through an actual song. It took me like 26, 27 years, something like that. But yes, I totally agree with you. Stick with it no matter what, no matter how hard it seems.
And singing and playing, that's something, that's a different thing too. And singing and playing at the same time, I never thought I could do it. When I started, it was like, oh my God, I can't do this. But the more you do it, the more you do it.
Yeah, I had to you have to learn to separate your brain into different parts.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Well, it comes from your muscle memory, right? So
right.
The more you know the chords of a song, then you don't have to think about it, right? So your hands are going to go to the chords automatically. Then you can focus on the words, and vice versa, right? That, for me, that's how it works anyways. But definitely like Pete said, there's no money into it unless you hit it big. But we don't do it for money. We do it because we love music, right? You
Could
guys
not
do
agree
this
more,
here because you love music.
Everything I do is because of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's totally worth it. You know, I was a project coordinator for an industrial construction company for 20 years, and I decided to leave all that behind just to go back into what I love doing. And it's, you know, I waited for my kids to grow up a little bit more, but yeah, it's totally worth it. And we'll see where, you know, I'm not looking to be a rock star. I just love.
You wouldn't turn it down either, though.
No, I wouldn't turn it down. But I mean, I just love the journey of it. I just love to
Right.
push myself and to progress and to meet people and to kind of, you know, be the best I can.
Inspiring
man.
words, man.
Yeah,
I
cool.
hope
Cool.
I hope you inspired at least one
Yeah.
person to pick up a guitar.
Absolutely, yeah.
or sing.
So start small. Start with a couple chords. Practice those chords. It's the first 3-4 months, like for my students, it's always the first 3-4 months that are the worst. They're the hardest 4 months. Your fingers hurt. You don't remember the chords. Once you start, then it gets easier. Okay, so you just have to kind of be consistent. You know, it doesn't have to be practice for hours and hours. It can be as long as you practice consistently, daily or almost daily, for like 5-10 minutes. Right?
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy talking to you, man. I
Yeah,
think
for
we're
sure.
wasting
Sure.
a little bit too much, though, right now. I know you got one more for us. It's
Yeah.
your new single that's going to
Yeah.
be released, or has it already been released or going to be released?
It's going to be released October 23rd.
Oh, awesome. All right, so here is the debut
Yeah.
new single from Mitch Jean that will be
Right.
released shortly in October.
Yeah.
Real quick, before you get into that, I just want to thank our sponsors one more time, the Schumacher Arts, Culture, and Heritage Association, who without them, none of this would be possible. Anything that you're watching, you would not be seeing. So go and check out spiritofschumacher.ca. It's their website. It's got a whole bunch of awesome pictures, videos, and little tidbits about Schumacher itself if you've ever lived here or are interested in knowing about it. All right, so for the final time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, our featured artist this Thursday, Mitch Jean. Take it away, Jean.
All right. So this song, yes, coming out October 3rd. It's a song that it's the first song I actually write or co-write, not co-write, but that I'm guided by my record label, my new record label, and it's released through them. So it's the first single through the record label. It's a song that I've been working on for months and months, but we finally got it. You know, and it's called All I Ever Need. And I'm gonna try this because I never played it on an acoustic. All right. So this is the first. I'm barely hanging on. This 9 to 5 so wrong. Keeping up with the Joneses is dragging me down. A fire in my heart and I've got to set it free. A 6-string and a tip jar's looking pretty good to me. That boy inside my head tells me you should have known. Listen to that music deep inside my bones. Yeah, I ain't no Brian Adams, I ain't in the crowd, but I live like I'm dying, singing straight from the heart. Deep inside, this is me, I feel like, yeah, it's all I ever need. All right. Some people might say I regret it all one day. I can't see myself going back to my old ways. I found myself again, who I'm meant to be. Take a chance with me, my friends, or you won't be sorry. That boy inside my head, I'm taking him on the road. Rock my guitar till there's dirt on my bones. Hey! inside. This is me, I feel alive. Yeah, it's all I ever need. It's what you do, it's what you feel. You're telling you gotta make it real. I ain't no Brian Adams, I ain't Tim McGraw, but I live like I'm dying, singing straight from the heart. Yeah, I ain't no Brian Adams, I ain't Tim McGraw. I live like I'm dying, singing straight from the heart. But deep inside, this is me, I feel alive. Yeah, it's all I ever need. Yeah, it's what you do. It's what you feel, you gotta make it, make it, make it, make it, make it real. Thank you so much. I had Kenny here rocking out right in front of me. Cool. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Please go on the Mitch Jean page. Hit the like button, get those numbers up. Help me get those numbers up. Share the page. Go on my YouTube, subscribe. I got a lot of videos on there, and I'm going to get some more. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a great night. Cheers. First time we met, we were only first graders. Lunchtime you bet, we boys were like brothers. It wouldn't be long, something was wrong. Jeff fell in December, Miss D made him a crown. With scotch tape and paper, we acted like clowns. It didn't take long that he was gone. I remember the time, I remember the moment when you prayed.